I'm going to give it over to Eamon. It's so good to have you. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right.
Cool,
Can you hear me? Yeah.
We can. Yes. I love that little echo. That's beautiful. So we're gonna bow out and we'll talk to you after.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Eamon Fogarty, and yeah, I'm really happy to be here playing some music for you. Gonna dive right in. We try to blend, both colors disappear, pale fog descends, man hunts the weather here. I saw your twin, she was not so pretty. She had the wrong eyes, her wrists were doll's eyes. I go with God, I don't look down on anybody. I love my body and yours too. It suits you. I go with God, I don't look back for anybody. I'm silly putty, I'm not flesh, I'm harmless. To read the word, submit to private spells, careless as birds, on updrafts over hell. It's all a game to someone making money. Then it's a game show. I let my mind go. I go with God. I don't look down on anybody. I'm silly putty, not flesh. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. So I'm singing to you today from Austin, Texas, where I live. And now, I know this is not Colorado. Austin, Texas is not Colorado, but I did live in Colorado for a little while. It was a good while, though. It was 6 months, but it was some of the 6 best months and life-affirming months of my life. So when I had the opportunity to do this, and I wasn't able to actually make it for the Texas one, Colorado was the next one on the docket. So I'm going to continue with a newish song now. It never hits like a headline, more like a scrap from some fucked up ordinary, floating your way across rivers and mountains, junk mail from an alternate reality. I learned the name for a feeling, and now I can taste that there's blood on every table. Every word now haunted by how it might be changing. The tang of iron was unmistakable. Brother's kid was playing, I heard what she was saying. Some changes don't happen over centuries. All right, that was an experiment in tightrope walking. All right. When I lived in Colorado, I lived in a very small town called Paonia. I don't know if anybody has heard of it, but it's a great little town. It's a very odd mix of miners, hippies, weed trimmers, who are the seasonal young people workforce, and yeah, it's an interesting place. I feel like a lot of conversations happen there that would be good for the whole country to be happening, just because people are sort of bumping up against each other. And it's important for that to happen in shared small spaces sometimes. All right. I'm going to do another new one. Nobody wrote down how many times he was sick on the passage to Boston. I'd like to know, though, that in the sound of the streets he would shortly get lost in. What I wouldn't give for just a photograph or two. Pity he could not afford a camera. Even all the colors of a modern day machine could not contain the strangeness of America. Oh, America. The salt smell faded to background. Nothing familiar but sewage and billiards, and the same lonely feeling of all crowds. Pushing through to find the place his cousin had arranged. Tomorrow he'll be filling in the back bay. Would I even recognize the grain of my own voice if I could hear the song he sang on his way? I stepped aboard a vision and followed with a will. Cool. That song doesn't have a title yet, but it's, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna do an older song right now. This is one that I actually wrote while I was living in Colorado. While I was there, my girlfriend and I were living in this little house just in the middle of this town. all these nice big trees around it. It's in a valley that has been irrigated for, I think, close to 200 years. So even though it's sort of right on the edge of the desert almost, you know, it's only an hour and change away from Grand Junction or something. It's very lush and very sort of like irrigated, sort of promised land, fertile valley kind of vibes. And this song has nothing to do with that. Okay. This is called If the Spirit, and it is from a record that I put out a little while back called Blue Values. No, don't send me back to old days. Those awful moments often do. Oh. Sorry, it seemed. Oh, hey. Is this probably sounds better now, huh? I missed a message in the chat, so that might have been lower fi than it should have been, but now... Wait, have you not been able to hear this whole time? Oh, I'm all good. Okay. Cool. I just am seeing those things. Anyway, great. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to start again. No, don't send me on to... No, don't send me back to old days. As awful moments often do. I recall that comfort one way, kneeling backwards in the pew, drawing spacemen, killing time, flesh dissolving, bloodless wine. If the spirit gets you, you can always take that blank stare, keep it with you. Oh, let it hold you. Live with one face, you don't need to. Live with one face, you don't need to. Rearranged by revelation, sink a little in the slush. Too long to love the world in secret. Fingers jelly, ankles mush. Soaked in answers, stoned by holy smoke, seeding cancer. spell broke if the spirit gets you nowhere. You can always take that blank stare, keep it with you. Oh, let it hold you. Live with one face, you don't need to. Live with one face, you don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to. The awful bursting of an earthworm on a sidewalk dark with rain makes the sympathetic heart churn. For a hookless death is death in vain. Was bound to happen. My cat has joined the show. Cool. So that, hey, her name is Stevie. And, you know, she's all right. I think I have a little more time, so I'm going to keep playing songs. I'm going to do a cover now. Of a song by a dude named Alan Hull, 15 more minutes. Sweet. All right. So this is a song by an Englishman. I believe he's from Newcastle, or at least that's where he got his start. And he had a band called Lindisfarne, which is really good. They have an album called Nicely Out of Tune that I highly, highly recommend. Yeah, so I'm going to play this song. It's called One More Bottle of Wine. My cat has retreated to her banana, which I will explain later. One more bottle of wine. Someone said the clock is slipping through the time. One more drink before we go. Never met such fine and friendly folk, you know. The moment is not done, no way. There's still a lot of fun before we go away. One more bottle of wine. Charge it up and make it out to peace of mind. One more drink to kiss my head, ease my aching bones and put them into bed. We don't see eye to eye always. We can but only try in small ways. One more bottle of wine. Oh, to the name of love in the nick of time, drunk to the future of mankind. For in truth we are the blind leading the blind. Let's have another drink, for God's sake, though we're on the brink of a bad, bad break. One more bottle of wine. Opened up to the name of love in the nick of time, drunk to the future of mankind. For in truth we are the blind leading the blind. Oh, let's have another drink, for God's sake, though we're on the brink of a bad, bad break. Let's have another drink, another drink, another drink, another drink, another drink, another drink. So that's a song called One More Bottle of Wine. Okay, I'm gonna do, I think, one more tune now. It's gonna take me a sec to retune my guitar, but... All right, I've got one more tune, and then I'm going to hand it on off. Thanks for those of you who decided to come and take a listen to this. I'm definitely still getting used to this Zoom thing. It's like playing on the radio, but there's even fewer people in the room. It's really just me and the cat here. So, anywho, this is another really newish song. I'm kind of leaning into that right now. Anywho, this one is called Cameraman. This is not my normal, dressed in pagan formal, bathing in the valley's vein. Moonlit, stripped and gleaming, still I wish shower dreaming what to do with all this rain. Now I'm wondering what this ritual is for. In this light I feel exceptionally poor, exceptionally poor, exceptionally poor. And brain, heels of hands on islands, pictures blooming in blindness, sorry camera absent man. Now I'm wondering what a ritual's for. In this light I feel exceptionally poor, left unaltered by the chances they gave. Forming negatives I'll take to the grave, I'll take to the grave, I'll take to the grave. Alrighty then. Thank you. My name is Eamon Fogarty. Colorado, great state. Don't let it go to waste.
Thanks, Eamon. That was awesome.
I mean, they're all good states. Thank you.
I don't know why, but when I was listening to your set, it kind of reminded me of that line from Inside Llewyn Davis, right? It was never new and it never gets old, and this is a folk song. And I don't know, there's just a timelessness to your tracks that I really appreciate.
Oh, thank you. Well, one of those songs I refer to as the Boxer Part 2. There's a little, I try to keep a little continuity going.
Yeah.
I'm no iconoclast. I recognize that. My Twitter bio is actually a play on the motto of ESP Disc. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're in New York, kind of like underground. They put out the Fugs. They put out Albert Eiler's records. Like, they put out all kinds of weird stuff. A lot of free jazz too. Patty Waters. But their motto was, "You've never heard such sounds in your life." And my motto is, "You've probably heard such sounds in your life." And, you should listen anyway, because, a familiar voice is a familiar voice. It can be a good thing. Familiarity can be a good thing. Anyway.
Yeah, certainly. Is there any way that, if people are interested in what you have and, what you offer today, where else can they find you?
Well, a couple of those songs are on a record that you can get from a label called Jealous Butcher, who are based in Portland. And my Bandcamp is EAMONFOGARTY, just my name, .bandcamp.com. And I'm on all the demonic portals too, if you choose to find me there.
Compressed sound. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not actually. A lot of it is not on Spotify anymore. The new record still is, but a bunch of the other stuff I took off. I was tired of paying for it. Anyway, you shouldn't have to pay them to have your stuff on Spotify.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, thanks, Eamon. Really appreciate you coming, sharing your tunes.
And my opinions.
And opinions. We welcome tunes and opinions. That's what we're all about today.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for giving me a platform.
Of course.
Yeah.
So everyone, check out Eamon Fogarty on Bandcamp or the other demon portals as you wish. And if you've got a bit more to spare, please go to our Act Blue page, which is raising money for John Ossoff and John Hickenlooper's Senate campaigns. Any money you give there will be split straight down the middle, directly to the two campaigns. There's nothing for us. It's all directly to the campaigns, but we've got a sweet little thermometer going. And last I checked, it was about $185, which is getting there to our $500 goal. But we'd really love to actually hit the goal. So if you enjoyed those tunes, if you enjoyed the Queendom earlier, if you enjoyed Old Sea Brigade, Ben from Old Sea Brigade, please drop 5, 10, 20 into the Act Blue. That is actblue.com/donate/radio1103.